Good morning. Welcome to your NCC Sports Update. I'm Colin Watson. The Syracuse University men's basketball team are riding high after beating Boston College in the Dome last Saturday. The Orange would have to have a near-perfect game to pull out a victory against NC State and Raleigh, North Carolina tonight. Syracuse has an 8-3 conference record. Boeheim instructing the troops early. Late in the first quarter, Devin Daniels with a layup, twisting and turning, and one. He had 7 points, 27-16. The Wolfpack up by 11 at that point. Frank Howard pulling up. He's alive, ladies and gentlemen, with the three. Syracuse is down by 5 late in the first half. Early in the second, screen from Sidibe. Pulling up, Frank. Did it again, 34-35. That's as close as Syracuse would get. Braxton Beverly from Steph Curry range. My goodness, what a three. Beverly had 21 points on the night. Wolfpack up by 9. Boeheim is forced to call a timeout. Off the timeout, Frank Howard give it. Frank Howard take it away. 4 turnovers of the night. Torin Dorn, layup, bullying Dolezaj for good measure. Here we go. Boeheim to Dolezaj, pump fake, Dwayne Wade, smooth like butter with the layup. Off the Tyus turnover, Daniels gets the pass, uses 2 hands for safety on that one. NC State routs Syracuse 73-58. Biggest differences in this game, Syracuse was out rebounded by 11, and they only shot 20% from the three. Boeheim had a lot to say about the shooting percentage.
We're not winning many games shooting 20% from the three and 35 from the field. We're 11 for 22 from the foul line. You know, we're just not going to win with offense like that, particularly on the road. But you're not going to probably win anywhere with that offense.
The Orange now have a week to prepare for what some will call a must-win game against Louisville in the Dome on Wednesday, and then the rubber match against Duke on Saturday. This team is in desperate need of another upset win to cement their tournament hopes. Switching from hoops to lacrosse, we head to the Dome where the Syracuse men's lacrosse team were hoping to start their season with a win against Colgate. Syracuse is ranked 11th in the country, and they have not lost a home opener in 6 years. Looking good. We head to the third quarter. Drake Porter says no to the first, but off the rebound, Nicky Pakovich is making reservations for one. He scores 7-3 Raiders. With a man advantage, Syracuse makes the most of the opportunity. Nate Solomon rips one to bring the Orange closer. Early in the fourth quarter, Brendan, making his namesake proud, cooking with that goal. Orange are within 2. Curry trying to top himself, scores again, and now the Orange are down 1. The Raiders respond, though. The Raiders are moving the ball and find Dustin Hawkinson, who seals it with the goal. 12-9 Raiders victory. The Orange fall for the first time in 6 years at home. The Raiders pull off the upset in the Dome. Orange fans, do not lose hope. The last time Colgate beat the Orange at home, they went on to win the national title. So it's looking good so far. The men were not the only ones who hit the field today. The women also had their home opener in the Dome against Uconn. Uconn was not a challenge for them, though. Emily Harris-Chuck, not 1, not 2, not 3, but one of her 4 goals on the night. The hometown girl, Abby Vesh, with a homecoming for the ages as she rips one of her 2 goals, 15-4 Cuse at this point. Morgan Alexander stops the comeback with the fancy stick work, and she scores one of her 3 goals, 16-4 Cuse. Syracuse wins 18-6 and play Binghamton next. It's basketball and lacrosse season, but we turn our eyes toward football. The NFL Combine is coming up in the next few weeks, and the Orange will be well represented as senior wide receiver Jamal Custis and defensive lineman Chris Slayton have been invited to the Combine. Custis averaged nearly 7 receiving yards per game this season. That ranked him 5th in the ACC. Slayton ranks 9th in the program with 32 tackles. The Combine runs from February 26th to March 4th. Heading back to Central New York, it was championship weekend in girls hockey, and the Skaneatles Lakers were in the title game for the second time in 3 years. They were trying to reclaim a state title. 4 minutes. Here we go. Williamsville versus Skaneatles. 4 minutes into the second, Megan teach out, teaching them. Her plus open goal equals score. 1-1 all at this point. Class is still in session. Teach out scores again from Steph Curry range. The Lakers are down by 1 at that point, 4-3. Campbell Torrey decides to get in on the act off the rebound and scores. Tie game. We head to overtime. First shot gets deflected. Cavalieri in the right place, right time. Rips one past the goalie and scores. Williamsville wins, and it's heartbreak for the Lakers once again. They fall 5-4. Keeping the ice hockey theme going, we head to the War Memorial for the Crunch versus Rochester. Late in the third period, Yannicker gets it into the zone, and Corey Conacher scores off the rebound. It's a tie game. Game has to be decided in a shootout. Connor Ingram was a wall. He stopped both shots he faced. Alexander Volvic plays the role of the hero. The goalie goes low, he goes high, scores it. 2-1 Crunch.
Kylan, as basketball season comes to an end, where do you think the men and women's team will be when the tournament time comes around?
Okay, well, the men have a lot of work to do, Sonny. They have to take advantage of their two big matchups coming up this week against Louisville and Duke, if not both. And they have to win at least one, if not both, to secure a spot in the tournament. I expect them to end up as an 8 or 9 seed. The women have a better chance than the men to be a top 4 seed, though. All they have to do is keep winning and beat Notre Dame to secure their spot. I expect the Dome to host a tournament game for the women very soon.
Well, you know what? Best of luck to both men's and women's team. Check in for your weather and after this break.